Alright guys, so we have our pre-workout snacks over here. So we got a banana and we got some blueberry Pop-Tarts over here. And I'm gonna see you guys at the gym. Alright, what's good guys? Sorry I didn't voice over the first part because I just had to show the 70-pound shoulder press like just standalone, because I felt like just me talking over it is gonna take like the main purpose out of it, because today was a PR day and today was arm day, and I managed to get the 70 pounds up for 4 reps for the last set. So that's my new PR because I've only ever did 65 pounds for shoulder press. And then I think my highest was like 65 for 6, and then now we got 70 for 4, so we just be like progressing fast, you know. And then we got 60 pounds for shoulder press for my last set. This is just kind of like a burnout set, and yeah, overall I think this session was very peak, like it was almost perfect because I just progressed on so much things, but especially the 70 pounds progression, that's the main highlight for me. Next, we move on to cable lateral raises, and I just felt like constant tension on my delts. Honestly, I think I prefer cables over probably like both machines and dumbbells. I just think the constant tension on my side delts just feels the best, because honestly, I don't know if machines are like as good, because there's like this machine in my gym as well where like it's basically the same movement, it's lateral raises, except I don't know if I'm doing like the right form sometimes. You guys can check some of my older videos to see that me doing the machine lateral raises, but this session I just did cables because that's what I'm like most comfortable with, that's what I like the most. But honestly, I feel like the machine one is just, there's just something off about it. Like I can't, it feels like I'm doing the improper form even when it feels right. So that's why I always prefer cables. And I do these single arm as well, so I can just feel like all the tension just in one side delt instead of having to constantly make sure that both are feeling like equal burn, I guess. And yeah, we did like 2 sets of this, and then we finish off with some rear delt work later on. Now we move on to some dumbbell curls. We got the 45s again. We just continue to use them and just try to get as much reps as possible. So my reps has been like around 4 to 5 each arm lately, and I think I want to try to get like at least, I'd say probably maybe 6 reps each arm before I actually progress to the 50 pounds for curls. But I think we're doing pretty good. I'm just like kind of fixing my form almost every session. Like I go like just slightly slower each time, slightly better form, and then we just try to get as much reps as possible until eventually we'll reach the 6 rep range, and then we can move on to 50-pound curls later on. And then we finish off with a second set, which is 40 pounds. And then I think I got like 5 reps each arm with this one, and I think dumbbells it just feels really good because this is the bicep curl movement that I use with heavier weights, while cables is more of like just a little lighter, but like it's not that much lighter than my dumbbells. Actually, I think it's heavier, but I've been considering like adding barbell soon, but for now it's just dumbbells followed by cables afterwards. And then here we have the cable curls. We use the straight bar with wrist support, and we use I think 57.5 pounds. I think that's what the stack read. And then I just decided to add a 2.5 pound is it plate? Or no, I think plate is 45, but whatever that thing is, like I just added 2.5 pounds onto the pin just to have a little bit more progressive overload, because I have done this weight before, and I just love this movement in general actually, because it's the bicep curl movement that provides the constant tension for me, because it's cables, while the dumbbells, they like kind of focus on just curling it up for the concentric, because I gotta work like against gravity for that one. But for cables, I just feel it throughout the whole range of motion. I just feel a constant burn on my biceps, so I just love this movement a lot as well. Then we move on to cable hammer curls. I use the rope attachment for this one, and I usually use dumbbells for hammer curls, but this session I just decided, because like I'm already where the cables are, and typically like cables are always being used by someone, it's always occupied, so I just decided to use the cables for hammer curls as well. And then we finish off the arm day with some tricep extensions, some tricep work to isolate the triceps. So we use the V-bar attachment, and then we just press down on I think 70 pounds for this, and then we just go to failure like each set. And I did 2 hard sets for these. Now we move on to single arm tricep extensions, and these ones, I really feel the burn in like my inner tricep. I forgot which one it was called. I think it's the long head of the tricep, I believe. It's the closest one to my armpit. I feel like a huge burn in that one when I do these movements. But overall, I think the tricep work was also pretty peak. Then, as usual, we end off the session with some decline weighted crunches because I'm just trying to work on my abs. And then I did 2 sets again for this one instead of 1 set because if you guys don't already know, I train abs after every session, and it's typically this movement specifically, the decline weighted crunches. And I've been like trying to progressive overload lately, and I think the highest I've done was like 25 pounds, but I just get like such low reps, like 4 or 5 reps, I think, or like 3 or 4. So I kind of alternate between like 20 and 15 pounds, and then I just do 15 pounds when I just want like a burn, like a finishing burn, because I just want to like kind of keep training like my core and stability as well, while I build the ab muscles. And then for the second set later on, we do 10 pounds, 10 pound dumbbell, and then I think that's it.